Hey, so, you're Melody, right? The woman who moved in recently? Do I have the right number? Excuse me? Yes, that's me, but who are you? Are you kidding me? It's Agnes. Didn't you read the list of contact information for the other parents that was posted on the parents' chat group? You've got no excuse not to have my name and phone number saved in your contacts list yet. Agnes, oh, right. If I recall correctly, you were the woman wearing nothing but expensive brand clothing and carrying 2 designer purses for whatever reason? Yeah, duh. Who else but me has that kind of fashion sense in this podunk little town? Glad you finally remembered. Oh, so it was you then. Yeah, I don't suppose I'll ever be able to forget you, especially after you randomly started throwing punches at me. Randomly? Don't pretend like you didn't deserve every single punch I threw your way, you little brat. It was exactly what you deserved for having the nerve to talk back to me. You were smoking right in the middle of the park with dozens of kids around and a clearly posted no smoking sign. You were literally standing right next to it. Rules are for commoners, not for me. I can smoke wherever I want. Anyway, don't ever forget who I am again, got it? Trust me, Agnes, the first impression you left on me is one that will last a lifetime. Right, I have a total superstar aura. That's exactly what makes me the boss around here. The boss? What do you mean? Oh, you are so lucky you're new here, or else I would have given you another couple punches for being so stupid as to ask me that question. So here's the deal. I'm the boss. That's it. Simple, right? I'm the boss, and all the other moms at the school do what I say, when I say. And if you don't like it, well, you might just have a little run-in with my associates. Okay, I'll bite. Who are your associates? Let me put it to you this way. You don't want to know who my associates are. I see you're fully committed to beating around the bush as much as possible. Tell you what, do you really want to know? Don't say I didn't warn you, but if you ask any of the other moms at the school, they'll let you in on the nitty-gritty. Then you'll know just how powerful I am. And that's all the hints you'll be getting, so don't bother asking for more. Now, be a good little girl, do your homework, and never, ever talk back to me again if you know what's good for you. Capiche? Hey there, Kendra. Hope you're doing well today. Are you busy right now? There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Hi, Melody. Sure, I'm free right now. What's up? I really hate to drag you into this, but I just moved back into town after being away for a long time, and today was my son's first day in his new daycare. I was invited to the group chat for all the parents at the school, and then all of a sudden I was given a rather forceful introduction to a woman who calls herself the boss mom. Oh, you cannot be serious. She is still going around calling herself that, huh? Oh, by the way, what daycare are you sending your son to? The same one I went to when I was a kid. Wow, really? Well, that's pretty cool. It must bring back a lot of memories for you. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. I was a bit surprised they had any openings, to be honest. I must have just moved back at a really lucky time. For real, lucky you. Anyway, about the woman you were talking about, there's only one woman I know who would introduce herself as Boss Mom. You know her? Yeah, kinda. The queen of branded clothing, the empress of carrying around 2 designer purses just to show off. Her Royal Majesty, Boss Mom Agnes. Right? Okay, so it's not just me who thinks it's super weird to carry 2 massive purses. Well, that's great to know. Agnes moved into town with her whole family a little bit after you got married and moved away. They're in different grades, but her oldest child is attending the same school as mine. And yeah, she is every bit the boss mom over there, too. I've never in my entire life seen someone who refers to themselves as boss mom. It's so cringe. I know. The secondhand embarrassment is really bad. Oh, and by the way, for whatever reason, she's been working really hard to get me to become friends with her. Believe me, though, I have absolutely 0 intentions of becoming best buddies with her. Yuck. Man, the more I hear about this woman, the less I want to do with her. But her whole boss mom thing, that's not, like, a real thing, is it? I mean, she only sees herself as that, right? None of the other moms actually let her boss them around or anything. Yep, that's exactly right. So, is there a reason you're asking me about her? Like, did something happen? Is she giving you crap about something? It's a bit more than that, actually. She punched me. What? She was literally standing directly next to a no smoking sign. My first thought was that she was doing one of those prank YouTube videos or something, but no, she was for real. I asked her to stop smoking and she immediately started swinging. She only managed to land one on my cheek, which is a little swollen, but not too bad. I was just about to walk away, but some other woman who was standing there started freaking out and called an ambulance for me. It turned out that I did cut the inside of my mouth a little bit, so I went to the doctor later that afternoon and got him to write up an official doctor's report for my injury. Wait a minute, you're telling me she punched you right in the face, and you didn't punch back? Not even once? Yeah, well, when you're someone like me, you have to be really careful about who you choose to defend yourself against. It can get ugly really quick. Oh, yeah, good point. I could tell from the way she was swinging that she'd never had any actual training or done much of any real fighting at all. She just caught me off guard is all. Sure, I didn't feel great to let her get the last laugh, but I figured that just taking the L and walking away would be a better option than fighting back and getting the police involved. Man, you have nerves of steel, Melody. I could never let her get away with that. Well, the more important reason for not fighting back was that both of our kids were there at the park with us that day. I didn't want them or the other kids to have to deal with the trauma of watching two fully grown adults fighting each other in broad daylight. Yeah, I guess you're right. But anyway, getting back to the main point of the conversation, would you mind telling me a bit more about this Agnes woman? I have a few more questions I'd like to ask you. All right, well then, would you like to come over and have a cup of tea with me? Oh, I have a better idea. My cousin owns an adorable little cafe down on Main Street. Do you want to go there? I know you'll love it. I've always wanted to get the opportunity to take you there one day. Oh, really? Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm in. When and where should we meet up? I'll go ahead and swing by your house and pick you up. Would me getting there in about a half hour work for you? Yep, I'll be waiting. Melody, what the hell do you think you're doing? I know you're trying to get Kendra to be your friend, but it's not gonna work, so don't bother. What would be the point in being your friend anyway? You're nobody, and I'm the boss mom. Kendra is really something else, though. Listen to this. A while back, there was a woman at the daycare who was giving Kendra all sorts of trouble, and you know who stepped in to get her to lay off? The Petrelli family. Oh, that's right. You probably don't know about the Petrelli family. The Petrelli family is a very influential family around these parts. They own a bunch of different companies, but those are all fronts for their real operations. Trust me, you do not want to get on their bad side. Bad things happen to those who get on their bad side. But get on their good side? The world is your oyster, baby girl. And Kendra just so happens to be friends with the daughter of the patriarch of the Petrelli family. I have no idea how someone who just rolled into town a few weeks ago like you has already met someone as influential as Kendra. But you'd better not be getting any big ideas about her, got it? She'll never be your friend, ever. And even if you somehow did manage to get on her good side, it's not gonna mean anything about the relationship between you and me. I'm still boss mom, capiche? Oh, would you please stop going on and on about this? I am so bored. Look, Kendra happens to be an old friend of mine. We've known each other since we were little kids. Huh? As if I was ever gonna believe that. How could you possibly have known her since you were kids? You just moved into town a few weeks ago. Yeah, I've been living in another city for a while, but I was born here. This is my hometown. The house I grew up in is just a little ways down the road from my new house. You can keep telling that BS story as long as you want, but I ain't buying, sister. And I ain't selling, sister. After I got married, I moved in with him in his house because that was where he needed to be for work. But he just got transferred to a nearby branch office this spring. So I figured it would be a good opportunity to come back and see all the people I've been missing for several years. Oh my God, you are really committed to this bit, aren't you? I told you, I don't believe it for 1 second. You're free to believe what I'm telling you or not. I don't really care. Actually, you know what? Keep on doubting me. That's gonna make what happens next way funnier. What are you even talking about? You're such a weirdo loser, Melody. Looks like you've left me with no choice. I didn't want to have to play this card so early on, but I think you still don't know who it is you're up against with me, so let me give you one final warning. If you report what happened yesterday to the police, you're going to be sleeping with the fishes by sundown. Sleeping with the fishes? Interesting. That's the sort of thing that people in mobster movies say. Are you trying to tell me you have connections to the local underworld? Oh, I guess you're not as dumb as I thought. You've got that right, girlie. I'm a bona fide member of the local mafia. Oh, you are you? So, by sleep with the fishes, do you mean get passed out drunk at a sushi restaurant or something? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm sorry, it's just that you're claiming to be a mafia member to try and get me to not report a minor incident of assault and battery, and it's just so pathetically lame. Hey, you can't talk to me like that. I am dead serious. I am a member of the mafia. And not just any old member, my husband's the underboss. I guess I need to show you how serious I am. I think I might just have to go and have a talk with the Godfather myself. He'll send one of our enforcers by to teach you some manners. Maybe a couple weeks in the hospital might be enough to show you once and for all that this is my town. I'm the boss mom, and you will do what I say when I say. I warned you that this would happen, Melody, but you just didn't listen. Okay, I've officially run out of patience. So let me get this straight. You're going to go talk to the Godfather and have him send one of his enforcers to assault me. Is that it? How about I save you both the trouble? Let's go and see him together right now, you and me. Wait, but... Did you hear me? I just told you I want to see the Godfather. Well, take me to see him. Actually, I was just in the middle of a thing, and I need to head over to a place in just a few minutes, so now's not a good time. Okay, then I'll go see him myself. Where's he live? Well, he lives over by the Central Park. His house is the biggest one in the whole town. I see. Well, I know where that is, so thanks for letting me know. Hey, wait! You're not really gonna go there, are you? Kendra, this is bad. I am in big trouble, really big trouble. I need your help, Kendra. You've got to do something. What do you want from me, Agnes? We're nowhere near good enough friends for you to be calling me in a pinch like this. I would rather do literally anything else than help you out of whatever trouble you've gotten yourself into, so could you please ask someone else, anyone else? But you don't understand. There's a new woman in town who's pretending to be an old friend of yours, and she's just about to go storm into the Petrelli family mansion downtown. Huh? There's someone pretending to be a friend of mine? I saw the two of you together today. You were sitting together at that tacky cafe on Main Street. I figured she invited you there in a failed attempt to impress you. You're saying you saw a woman together with me at a cafe, and you still didn't believe her when she said we were friends? All right, then. You're talking about Melody, right? Yes, that's her. And you're saying that Melody's about to go to the Petrelli family mansion? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, then what on earth are you acting so upset about? Do I need to tell you? Seriously, Agnes, what's your problem? Is this really something to be getting so worked up about? But, let me start over. I don't think you understand. Melanie is about to storm into the house of the biggest mafia family in the entire state. She's gonna get herself killed. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. You tried to pull your "my husband's the underboss of the local mafia" routine on her, didn't you? Well, maybe. So that's a yes. My guess is she called you on your bluff and asked for the Godfather's address. And you told her about the Petrelli mansion near Central Park. Do I have all of that right? How did you know about all of that? She told me about it herself. She's sitting right next to me. What? She is? But why? Why would you waste your time on that pathetic little nobody? She just came into town a few weeks ago. She doesn't deserve your company. You should be hanging out with me. I'm the boss mom. You make a strong case, but I'll stick with Melody, thanks. After all, Melody and I have known each other since we were both little kids. You mean she was telling the truth? If you were paying attention, you could have figured that out quite some time ago by yourself. I don't believe it. She actually was friends with you? And one more thing. I know that you're only trying to become my friend because you heard the rumors that the Petrelli family worked their magic in order to get one of the other moms at my kid's daycare to stop being such a nuisance. It's all just part of your scheme to add some weight to your self-described position of boss mom, am I right? Well, you see, it's just that, well, we boss moms have to stick together, don't we? You're the boss mom at your school, and I'm the boss mom at mine, so I figured we could do some boss mom networking. First off, I am not a boss mom. Second, all you've been doing is threatening people into doing what you want by saying that your husband is some big shot in the mafia. Have you really not noticed that nobody believes that story? Not one single person? Yes, they do! No, they don't. No one thinks you're actually the boss mom, whatever that bogus title means. Well, be that as it may. Until someone else comes to challenge my position, I am still the only official boss mom at my child's daycare. And Melody has been nothing but disrespectful to me since the first day she moved in. So I suppose I'll leave her to her own devices. If she wants to storm into the house of the biggest mobster in the state, then she can go ahead and get herself killed, see if I care. If she's lucky, maybe they'll let her off with just breaking her legs. Maybe some time in a wheelchair will teach her not to cross me. Would you like to know what Melody's maiden name is? It's Petrelli. What? Petrelli? Do you mean that Petrelli? Melody is the one who used her connections in the Petrelli family to get that awful woman to stop keying my car and pay me the damages she owed me for all the repairs I had to do. No, I don't believe this. Are you saying? Yes, that's precisely what I'm saying. Melody is the daughter of the godfather of the Petrelli family. That's impossible! It's true, though. So you might have been trying to trick her into getting hurt by telling her to go to the Petrelli family mansion, but for her, that's just a normal trip home to see her parents and friends. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what have I done? Looks like you're finally realizing just how big of a mistake you've made. This is the end of the line for me. I'm done for. What's going on, Melody? There is a black panel van outside of my house and a bunch of huge guys in suits just stepped out. They're walking this way. It's the Petrelli family, isn't it? What have I done to deserve this? While Kendra was busy keeping Agnes busy with all those text messages, I was making a phone call of my own. Not to my father or anything, it was to Agnes's husband. Fortunately, his name was also on the emergency contact list for the school, so I dialed him up and gave him a quick rundown of the situation. He ran straight down to the Petrelli family mansion to see my father, kissed his ring, and apologized profusely for his wife's behavior. A few days later, he served her with divorce papers. From what I heard, her husband was given full custody of all of their children. While that was going down, Agnes's parents came in from out of state to talk to my father, and he made them an offer they couldn't refuse. Not because he was threatening them, but because it was just way too good of an offer to pass up. And that offer was directly connected to the text Agnes sent me about the black panel van pulling up to her house. I think that's going to be the last text she sends to me or anyone else for a very long time. With the double shot of child support payments to her husband and punitive damages for punching me, she'll be working at one of the many fine Petrelli family businesses until she's in her 70s to pay all of that off. I hope she'll learn her lesson between now and then, but I'm doubtful.
Phil, babe, where are you? I thought you said that you wanted to go out tonight.
Huh? Yeah, I did. That's why I'm currently out right now.
Wait, what do you mean you're already out?
I mean exactly what I said. I'm already out.
But I thought we were going out together. That's what you said, isn't it?
No, I said that I wanted to go out. Me. I never said anything about you coming with me. Why would I want that? I'm actually trying to have fun tonight, so why would I bring you along?
What? But I thought that seeing as we haven't actually done anything as a couple lately, it would have been nice for the both of us to go out and enjoy some quality time together. Are you trying to say that you don't think I'm any fun? Is that why you didn't want me to come out with you?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
But how can you say that? I thought that we had fun together, that you enjoyed being with me.
Yeah, well, guess I'm just good at lying then, huh?
What do you mean? I really don't understand what you're on about.
I mean that I've never really found you that interesting or fun to be around. I've been faking it this entire time.
Wait, what? That can't be true. I mean, why would you want to be with me if you didn't like me? Why would you marry me if you thought that I was boring and dull?
Are you really that dense? I married you for the money, of course.
My money?
Yeah, when we first met, I really didn't think you were anything special. But then you took me back to your house and introduced me to your parents, and I knew that I had to stick around, at least for a little while. Your house alone just screamed rich. I'd have been an idiot to pass that opportunity up.
Are you kidding me? You seriously only married me so that you could have my money? What kind of horrible, sick person does that?
Hey, you'd have done the same if the roles were reversed.
No, I wouldn't have.
So you're honestly telling me that if I were rich and you were poor, you wouldn't have stuck around and married me just for my money? Yeah, I don't believe that for a second.
I wouldn't have. If I hadn't felt any feelings for you and I thought that our relationship wouldn't work, then no. I wouldn't have stuck around even if you were a billionaire.
Of course you wouldn't have. Look, there's no point in lying and trying to pretend to be the bigger person here. I know you'd have done the same. Anyone who has the chance to live comfortably with money will do whatever it takes to make it happen. It just so happened that my chance to live the life I wanted came in the form of marrying you. It kinda sucks that for the last 20 years, though, I've still had to work. I mean, I hope that your parents would have kicked the bucket years ago. But I guess it doesn't matter now. You've inherited their wealth, so it's all worked out.
You're actually kidding me, right? Are you seriously telling me right now that you're glad that my parents are dead? You're so heartless that you don't even care that two of the most important people in my life have died? All you care about is the money they left me?
Actually, it's the money that they left us.
What?
Well, I am legally your husband, so by the law, what's yours is mine, and all that, you know? We split everything 50-50, which includes your inheritance. Speaking of which, now that you've finally been given the money that I've been waiting for, there's something that I want to tell you.
What's that then?
I want a divorce.
A divorce, huh?
Yep, I've already filed for one with my lawyers. You'll be getting the paperwork through any day now. I've been wanting one for quite a while now, but thought that it would be better to wait for the most opportune moment, you know, when you finally have some money.
So I'm guessing you've had this all planned out for years then? I'm surprised you didn't just push my parents down some stairs to get their inheritance sooner.
Jeez, don't make me sound like the bad guy here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I offend you with that comment? How rude of me.
See? This is one of the reasons why I can't wait to be rid of you. You're always so sarcastic and whiny. Who would ever actually want to be with someone like that? I'm just thankful that I'll be able to just take my money and then go spend the rest of my life with Marissa.
Marissa?
Yup. Bet you didn't know about her, huh? She's my girlfriend. We've been seeing each other for a few months now. That was kind of the perfect timing with your mom passing away because Marissa was actually going on at me about getting our own place and everything. Now with the money your parents left to you as inheritance, I'll actually be able to do that. So, thanks.
This just keeps on getting better and better. You only married me so that for the last 20 years, you could make sure that you would be around to take advantage of my inheritance when my parents pass on. And now you're going to use my inheritance to buy you and your girlfriend, who you've been cheating on me with, a new house. Did I cover everything?
Well, yeah, I guess. You're making it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. At the end of the day, when two people don't work out, they should just go their separate ways.
We'll see about that.
Huh? What do you mean? Are you trying to make threats? Because it really isn't your style. They're not very effective at all. You're not gonna scare me or anything, so stop being so pathetic and get over it. I'm gonna have half of your inheritance happening, and there's nothing that you can do to stop it. That's what I deserve anyway for putting up with you for 20 years. Anyway, Marissa's getting annoyed, so I've gotta go. Did I tell you that we're out celebrating because we finally found a house we like? We put a deposit down already thanks to the money I'll be getting off of you, so now we're just gonna finalize the rest of the payments.
And what about our house? You know, the one that we've lived in for the last 20 years of our life?
I don't care about it, to be honest. It's a pile of rubbish and it's falling apart anyway. So you can do whatever you want with that heap of bricks. It's not my problem anymore.
So, are you seriously saying that I'm going to have to pay the mortgage off all by myself? You can't do that. It's a joint thing.
Actually, thanks for reminding me. I'll need to take my name off the mortgage and put it all in your name. That way I won't be burdened by that place.
Fine. If that's how you want to do things, then I'll happily agree to have the house in my name. If it means that I never have to have anything to do with you ever again.
Great, we'll do it tomorrow then. Can't wait to get rid of you out of every corner of my life.
I was just about to say the same thing to you.
Hey, Jill, just texting to let you know that I can't wait to walk out of this court with your money. It's gonna be hilarious to see your face when the judge declares half of your inheritance is mine.
You seem pretty confident that you'll be getting my money.
Why shouldn't I be? It's gonna be the easiest payday I've ever had.
You just keep thinking that.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
I guess you'll just have to wait and see.
What the hell, Jill? What even was that? What happened in there? I honestly don't understand. How could you not have told me?
Told you what?
Don't try acting all coy and innocent with me. You know exactly what I'm on about. How could you not have told me that you didn't even have the inheritance yet? You let me go on and on about leaving you and taking all of your money. It made me look like an idiot. If I'd known that you hadn't actually collected the inheritance yet, that it wasn't actually in your name, I never would have started this divorce. I would have waited.
Yeah, I know. You were so right, though. It was definitely hilarious to see your face when the judge told you that you wouldn't be getting half of my inheritance, as it wasn't legally mine yet, lol. And it was even better when she said that you'd actually have to pay me compensation, as you had cheated on me. I don't think this divorce could have gone any better, lol.
That's another thing. How could you do that to me? Taking my money like that? I've worked so hard to earn what I have, and now you just get, like, half of it? Simply because a judge said so?
Actually, it was because you cheated on me.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not right or fair.
Well, you'll just have to deal with it, like I've had to deal with you for the last 2 decades. You want to know what's really ironic about it all?
What?
I was actually going to ask you for a divorce before you started all of this.
What? Why?
Well, it wasn't because I didn't love you, although I don't anymore. It's actually because that was what my mom and dad stipulated in their will if I wanted to get my inheritance.
What? What do you mean? They wanted you to divorce me just so you could get what they left you?
Yep, they said in their will that if I wanted even a single dollar for my inheritance, then I'd have to divorce you. I thought it was kind of cruel at the time, and I was going to talk to you about it, but then you sprung up the fact that you were only with me for my money. I guess my parents knew you better than I did. They never really did warm up to you, and now I know why. They must have seen that you were nothing but a cold-hearted, gold-digging loser, that I could do so much better than you. The funny thing is, now that I've finally gotten rid of you, I can actually go and enjoy my inheritance in any way that I want, without having to give you a single penny of it.
That's not fair. I was with you for 20 years. I should get half of that money. Give it to me. I got a new house to pay for. Don't you know?
Well, that's your problem, not mine. I've got my own house already.
Actually, I think you'll find that I own half of that house, and I'm gonna sell it to get the money for my new one. What are you gonna do about that, huh? you'll be out on the streets.
Are you really that stupid? Have you forgotten that you signed the mortgage over to me? The house is fully in my name now. You don't own anything. In fact, if I remember right, you said that I could do whatever I wanted with this heap of bricks. You didn't care about it.
Wait, but hang on.
Sucks for you. Looks like you'll be paying a new mortgage for a very long time. Meanwhile, mine is almost paid off, and with my new inheritance, I'll be able to fix any of the problems that have popped up and getting it looking as good as new. I think things are really looking up for me.
Jill, wait, maybe we can work something out. We were married for 20 years after all.
I'm afraid you've burned that bridge well and truly to the ground. I don't care for you anymore, and I'm definitely not going to give you my money when you've been so vile to me. You can go and deal with the mess you've gotten yourself into by yourself. Hey, if your new girlfriend's so great, maybe she can help you out.
She's dumped me. Once she heard that we weren't gonna be getting your inheritance, she told me that she didn't love me and she left.
Huh. Sucks to be used for your money, doesn't it? But like I said, it's not my problem anymore. You'll have to figure your own life out. Anyway, I've got things to do and a new life to live, so please don't message me again. I don't ever want to hear from you ever again. Goodbye. After the divorce, I used my inheritance to fix up my old house, just like I said I would. It didn't cost too much, and once it was done, I decided to sell the house and use the money I got from it, which was quite a lot with all of the new upgrades added in, and move somewhere new. I wanted a fresh start in life, and because I had the money from the sale and my inheritance, I was able to get a nice apartment overlooking the sea. My life is definitely much better now that I don't have a leech constantly hanging off of me. Speaking of Philip, the last I heard was that he was unable to back out of the deal on his new house, and that he is working overtime just to be able to meet the monthly mortgage payments. Just goes to show, karma will always get those who deserve it.